Hello everybody and welcome to my channel once again. Modifying the database schema used to be one of the most difficult tasks for a software developer. Thankfully, ActiveRecord simplified that a lot. However, you need to learn how to use it properly because if you don't, there are still situations in which things could go sideways. Do you remember my post about adding indexes with no downtime? That's a situation where things could go wrong if you don't plan it accordingly. So if you don't want this to happen to you, stay with me because in this video you will learn a tool that will tell you if your migrations are good to go. So, and this gem, as you can imagine, is no other than strong migrations. If you are not using it already in your project, you should add it right now. Strong migrations detects potentially dangerous migrations in your application and gives you safer alternatives. Oh, and it supports Postgres, MySQL, and MariaDB. Okay, but what is a dangerous migration? Strong migrations will consider a migration dangerous if it blocks reads and writes longer than a few seconds or if it's very likely to cause errors. Let's see one example of each in action. Believe it or not, but adding a column with a default value used to block reads and writes in earlier versions of Postgres, MariaDB and MySQL because the table needed to be completely rewritten. So if you, for example, were adding a column like this, strong migrations will complain about it and you will have to rewrite it as it follows if you are using one of these earlier versions of Postgres, MySQL or MariaDB. The other kind of migrations that strong migrations will flag as dangerous are those migrations that are very likely to cause errors. For example, imagine that you have this code in which you are trying to remove a column. How likely would it be that you forget to remove some occurrences from post content from your code and then suddenly alarms start going off once you have already removed that column from your database? To avoid that, strong migrations suggest you to do the following steps. The first one is to tell strong migrations to ignore the column that you plan to remove. Second, deploy your code, because if something goes wrong right now, you haven't removed anything from your database and you should be able to easily revert your pull request. 3. Once you are sure that everything is working as expected, you can rewrite your migration, wrap it in a security assured block. The fourth step will be to deploy and run this migration, and then the fifth and last step would be to remove the line that you added in step 1. And that's it. I honestly recommend you to take a look at the Strong Migrations gem. In their GitHub repository you will find more use cases and also instructions on how to use them. And that is for today. I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, please consider subscribing. And also, if you liked it, please smash the like button so I can create more videos like this. And without further ado, see you in my next video. Adiós.